ESPN. We're not
no
going
break
right now?
Not break.
Oh,
We got Max Christie coming on. Yeah.
Keep it going. I like this.
What's going on, man? How are you?
All right, so that was D'Angelo Russell. Here is Max Christie. We've got all your Laker basketball covered all day long. So
Max, basically what happened from a radio perspective, Trav no-looked. He thought we were going to go to break, but then he just improvised.
That's not what happened. They added more time to the shot clock. We went back, we reviewed it. We thought we were down to 1, but now we got a full shot clock.
It was an illegal defense. Right. So we reset the clock.
3 seconds.
Yeah, so how's Media Day treating you so far, Max?
Oh, it's good so far. It's good to see all these faces out here. Good to see the team really together in their jerseys. But it's really cool just being a part of this media day. It's my second one. Hopefully we can get to a bunch more, but taking it one day at a time. So
you're a veteran now. You're a second
sort
time
of
through.
I'm not a rookie.
Okay, are you? By the way, are you feeling this? Because I think from our perspective, as we cover the team, man, your name keeps getting brought up, and there's a real excitement. Maybe some of that has to do with the summer league as well, but there's a real excitement of what people think you'll be able to bring to the table for the Lakers this upcoming year. Do you feel the same thing from fans and interaction? How much different, I guess you could say, was it from a year ago to today?
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit more buzz, I think, in a good way. I think I'm getting a little bit more publicity in terms of, like, the fans. Like you said, everybody's sort of excited, and I'm excited myself. But for me, all I'm trying to do is just focus on controlling what I can control and, playing as hard as I can and just bringing to the court what I can bring to the court. There's really no pressure. I'm in a really blessed and privileged spot just to be a part of this team and be in the position that I'm in. So I'm really excited just to sort of get the season underway. And it is a long season, so I'm excited just to see how I can sustain things throughout the course of the year.
Max, how much confidence did you pick up in the summer league? You were the talk of the town. You had a great summer, and it just, coming in, like you said, you're not a rookie anymore. Maybe you haven't been around the block a million times, but I've been in the league. I had a big summer. What does that do for your confidence?
Oh, it skyrockets for sure. I was way more confident in summer league compared to my rookie year summer league. I just knew what was going on, and like you said, I was a little bit more seasoned in terms of what was going to happen on the floor, and so my confidence skyrocketed for sure. And I think you could see with how comfortable I was on the floor. And the goal is to transition that now into training camp, into the preseason, into the regular season, and I think I'm more than capable in doing that for sure. All I have to do is just be myself and play my game, and things will fall the way they fall.
It's interesting in the league because you got some players who are incredibly young, and they're on a team that's not competing for a playoff spot, and they get a ton of minutes.
Right.
Your position's a lot different, right? The Lakers got incredible depth, went to the Western Conference Finals. Have they talked to you at all about any, I guess, opportunities for this upcoming year? How do you feel like you'll get chances to do what you do?
I think I'll get a lot of chances for sure, and I think that really starts in training camp. And I think just the more opportunities I get, like you said, they'll keep coming. And as long as I'm prepared for those opportunities and I continue to just do my thing and do what I do, then I'll be able to capitalize off of those for sure. But there'll definitely be a bunch of opportunities for me just to sort of play my game and showcase what I can do and make my case just to be able to play this year.
Max Christie joining us here on Travis and Sliwa. It's Lakers Media Day on 710, presented by Bibigo. Al and I were talking a minute ago, Max, just the difference in the energy in the room between this year and last year, and just how much more positive. I'm just watching you with your teammates and some other things. Guys are giving each other a hard time. They're kind of poking at each other.
Jokes, yeah.
It just seems like a far lighter environment than it was a year ago. You feel the same way?
Yeah, for sure. I think just the way this team is constructed, I think we get along better, And I think everybody's got one goal in mind, and that's to win a championship. And I think we all believe with the depth that we had, the roster that was constructed during the offseason and free agency, I think we have a really good chance to make that goal, a reality. And so I think that starts here at Media Day. Everybody's sort of seeing everybody in their jerseys for the first time. Everybody's cracking jokes, like you said, and everybody's getting along well. And so that's going to transition over into training camp and to transition over into the games. And ultimately, that's going to help us win a championship.
Why is he so polished on the mic? What's going on here? Max. I mean,
you're making us look bad.
Yeah, he sounds like he's 33 years old. He's been in the league for 12 years.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, I think it's, we talk a lot about the roster, and we talk a lot about what players can do from one year to the next. For your own personal game, what do you think that you'll be able to bring to the Lakers this year that you'll be more prepared for? That, okay, hey, I know on the second go-around I don't have to be surprised with this, that, whatever the case is. And your actual play on the floor, what are some of the things that you've been focused on?
I think one of the biggest things for me is getting stronger in the weight room. I think that's one of the most important things for me. If I can get my body in the right place, then I'll be able to compete at a higher level. And so that really comes in with the weight room, and I think that also transitions to the defensive end of the floor. With me being able to be stronger, hold my weight better, I think defensively I'll be able to take my game to another level in terms of guarding players on the floor. Obviously, this league has a bunch of talented players, and in my rookie year, I was able to guard some all-stars and some really, really good players. And so now, going into my second year, I'm able to know that I've been put in those positions and know that I can do that, that type of thing. So that's one of the things for defensively for sure. Offensively, that three-point shot is still super important, and it always will be important. So I've continued to work on my shot for sure. And like you said, I've done it for a year now, and I shot it pretty well while I was in my rookie season. I played in those games, and now I know, like I said, I've been in that position before, and it's not going to be new to me, and so I'll be able to capitalize on those opportunities again.
Max, you just mentioned, you guarded some All-Stars last year. Did you have any of those moments that I have them all the time when I get a chance to talk to somebody or interview somebody? It's like, okay, this is pretty cool. That's Steph Curry or whoever it might have been. Like, I'm on the floor. I'm supposed to guard this guy. This is a pretty cool moment.
I'd say the biggest one, the first one for me at least, was Trae Young for sure.
Okay.
Played Atlanta at home. I think we had some guys out, some guys down, and when I got in the game, that was my assignment. And I did a pretty good job, I would say. Obviously, he's a really, really good player. He's hard to stay in front of. He's a lethal threat from all over the floor. But, for my first time really guarding somebody like that, I thought I did a pretty good job. Same thing with, De'Aaron Fox. We played Sacramento a bunch this last year. And when I was able to play in those games, he was a guy that I had to guard a little bit. So he's so quick and he's so fast, and that was a little bit of adjustment for me. He gave me the most trouble for sure. But there are a bunch of players, but those two come to mind right away.
Yeah, it's insane. By the way, to name off those two players, and I'm sure that just has to do also with your age and, watching these guys from whatever it is, from them working their way into the league and having the effect that they have. What do you think of the scope of the Western Conference? The West is – we were talking about this. We talked with a few different players about it. So much competition. But that's a good thing, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of excitement to go up against so many of these good teams.
Yeah, for sure. Denver's always a threat, of course. The reigning champs, you can't never count them out.
Sure.
Obviously, Phoenix is a stacked roster, especially with all these trades that have gotten. They've gotten a lot deeper with a bunch of really, really good role players around, their stars in D-Book, Brad Beal, KD. They got a really good squad over there. We're looking really good, of course. And it's weird because I feel like with these trades that have happened recently, a lot of the Eastern Conference teams have started to stock up a little bit too. Boston, Milwaukee. Yeah. So it's going to be a really good year. It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of new faces on new teams, so it'll be weird to get used to at first. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of good teams, and it's hard to win against any team in the league. So I'm excited for this year. It's going to be a fun one.
Max Christie back with his second year with the Lakers. Max, appreciate your time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, think about that, Slee. Think about how different it is going through the second time.